Hi everybody, and welcome to the 2008 fantasy hockey season. We're going to cover what's going to happen in the Johnson squad this year, and I'm going to make my preseason predictions. I'm going to go for, first of all, Maggie, come here. My co-host, as always, is with me. My co-host, Maggie. First of all, we're going to go over the names of the players. Maggie, which name do you like best? Fudgy the Whale, that's Uncle Mike Revis. The Goofy Goobers is Matthew. Super Scoro is Uncle Roy. Niece Magic is Sean. The Slurpees is Michael. The Holiday Armadillos is Kyle. Cleveland Rocks is Pop Pop. The Ulihimer Army is Uncle Davy. Sharkbait is Aunt Debbie and Uncle Rob. And the Running Cows is me. Which name do you like best? Matthew? The Goofy Goobers? Alright, so far, Matthew, it seems like your name is standing out among the 5-year-old crowd. Okay.
So are we gonna write 5 for Matthew?
Well, we're not gonna write anything for Matthew yet, but we're gonna make our predictions for Rookie of the Year right now. Our preseason predictions for Rookie of the Year. And our rookies in the league this year are going to be Uncle Mike Revis, Matthew, Sean, and Aunt Debbie and Uncle Rob. Who do you think is going to do best among all those people? I think Matthew's going to do best. Who do you think is going to do best?
Matthew.
Matthew? All right. Matthew, we're giving you the thumbs up. Give him a thumbs up. We're giving you thumbs up, and we're going to say we think you're going to be the Rookie of the Year. Should we call Matthew and see what Matthew has to say about that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's call Matthew.
But what are we doing with the pictures?
All right, we're on the line with the head of the Goofy Goobers, Matthew. Matthew, how are you doing today?
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good.
Are you excited to be part of fantasy hockey this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you looking most forward to?
Winning.
Winning. Well, Matthew, we have news for you.
What?
Maggie and I are doing our preseason prediction show.
Okay.
And you've been predicted to be Rookie of the Year.
Sweet.
Yeah, we're thinking you're going to be Rookie of the Year. And for those of you who forget what Matthew looks like, here's a picture of Matthew. I think that's Matthew. This guy could be Matthew too, but I think that's Matthew. Okay, so Matthew, what do you think you're going to have the most fun doing?
I really don't know. I'm just going to have fun being in the league. This is the first fantasy sport that I'm ever going to be in.
Mm-hmm. Are you hoping to beat anybody in particular? Are you hoping to beat your dad? Are you hoping to beat Kyle?
I'm hoping to beat Kyle.
You're hoping to beat...
The only person I want to beat is Kyle.
Okay, and for those of you who forget, this is a picture of what Kyle looks like. He's not very pretty, is he? Okay.
But he's handsome.
But he's not very pretty, but he is sort of handsome. All right, so Matthew, do you know who your first pick is going to be for this year, or are you trying to keep that a secret?
I'm thinking of trying to get a goalie first. I'm trying to get Marty Brodeur first.
Daddy?
Marty Brodeur, okay. Well, most people would go with offense first. Most people would try to get a big goal scorer.
My first goalie pick, and for my first offensive pick, I'm going to try to get Ilya Kovalchuk.
Kovalchuk is going to be your first offensive player. Okay, Maggie wants to ask you a question.
Yes?
No, go ahead. You can talk to me.
Matthew, I think you're going to win.
What?
I think you're going to win.
Okay, thanks, Maggie.
You're welcome.
All right, so it's a vote of confidence from your cousin Maggie. Very good. Anything you want to say? Any kind of trash talking you want to do to anybody before the season even starts?
Yeah. Kyle, I'm going to kill you. See you.
Ooh, all right. Sounds good, buddy. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Now we're going to do the rest of the predictions for the Johnson squad for the 2008 fantasy hockey season. This is the preseason prediction show. Player of the Year. Last year's Player of the Year, I think for our general family part of it, that was definitely Michael Revis. This year, Player of the Year...
Matthew.
Matthew? You're going with Matthew? All right, Maggie's going with Matthew. I myself am going to pick
Kyle?
Pop. I'm going to go with my dad. I'm going to go with my dad because my dad is crazy and he'll be on it 24/7, and I think he's going to do the most damage in the league. So I'm going to go with him for Player of the Year, Matthew for Rookie of the Year, Executive of the Year. I'm going to go with, again, I got to go with Pop. What do you say? You think Pop's going to be the one who's most in charge of his team or somebody else?
I think it's going to be Kyle.
Kyle's going to do the most with his team? Okay, so Maggie's pick is for Kyle for Executive of the Year. Most improved. You know who I'm going to go with for most improved, Maggie? Here, come over here. You know who I'm going to go with? I'm going to go with Uncle Roy. I think Uncle Roy is going to be the one to surprise people most of all this year. Who do you think is going to be better this year? You think it's going to be Daddy? You think it's going to be Pop? You think it's going to be Uncle Roy? Who do you think? You think it's going to be Kyle? Uncle Mike Rivas? Well, he hasn't been in it before.
No, this.
Matthew. Well, Matthew can't be most improved. He's never done it before. You think it's going to be Pop, Uncle Roy, me, or Kyle?
Kyle.
All right. She's going to go with Kyle. And finally, the last prediction. Who's going to be the biggest disappointment this year? Who's going to do probably the stinkiest? I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I'm gonna say it's gonna be my nephew Michael. You think it's gonna be your cousin Michael? Because Michael was so good last year that it's gonna be very hard to duplicate that this year. He's gonna have a hard time doing that again. So I'm gonna put Michael up for biggest disappointment preseason. Is Michael gonna get shocked? Is Michael gonna surprise the world? You think it's Michael? Or you think it's somebody else?
Yes.
Who? Yeah, you're pointing to Michael. All right, it's 2 votes for Michael. Okay, guys, so this has been your fantasy hockey pre-show, preseason. We'll see you all for the draft in about 2 weeks.
What are we doing with these, Daddy?
Say bye.
Bye. What are we doing with these? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the